Unfortunately, OBS disconnected. I think we're back, though. Fingers crossed. Back working? Perfect. Thank you, brain. Decided to just sit here this time because the last couple of disconnects have been kind of brutal. And didn't want to accidentally kill a character. Be back up. Oh, okay, yeah. Hopefully, is everyone refreshing? Are we all back? Hello, hello, hello. Anybody there? There. We'll maybe just hold off a brief moment here while we wait for everybody to reconvene, reconnect. I'm hoping we're back in one piece. Feel like we're doing okay. Perfect. Welcome back from Railbird as well. The more voices we have confirming, the better I feel that maybe we're actually back. Well, hello all. Welcome back. Not much has changed. I did kill that one orc, which I don't know if that was caught on video or not, but oh, fun stuff. Gotta love it when we get brief interconnection issues between OBS and all that lovely stuff. At least I noticed this time. Generally, I don't notice whatsoever, and then it's like 2 minutes later that we finally reconnect, and I have a bunch of missing video just in that chunk, unfortunately. But it seems like we're good now, so I'm just gonna hop back into the mix of things. Okay, right, we never finished this floor. What scared us away? Was it just the Cyclops? Because I can kill a Cyclops now, right? Right? We can kill a Cyclops. I'm sure we'll be fine. Storm Dragon, though. Excuse me? No, I did not order this. I think this is somebody else's Storm Dragon, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're in range for one more turn. 3d19 is 57 damage. That's too much. F? He lives. Somehow, against all odds, we do survive. I'm very curious where the VODs are going to actually cut on that one. It's going to be rough. Exactly. Please take it back. I mean, in real life, I try not to return stuff. I'll just gladly eat my slop no matter what happens, unless it's actively trying to kill me or something like that. It might have detrimental effects, but in this case, oh no thank you. This is not mine. Oh boy. In for a bit of a rough spot here. Hey, Torinski finally caught on stream. How's the run going? Hey, Folksorn. Run is going pretty well. I mean, we had one rough try early on in the evening today, but then this one was going very solid. I did just take just under half my health in damage from this Storm Dragon, so we'll see if it continues saving us whatsoever, but in general, going very well, thank you. I hope that you're having a fantastic weekend. Thank you for coming up for the live stream. Always nice to see new faces here, new names, new faces, new perspectives and opinions, all that good stuff. Can dog save us? You meant Fog, but I like dog. Can dog save us here? That's a question for the ages. My issue with Fog is that it generally requires 2 turns to make function, because the first cloud wall, in my anecdotal experience, never actually prevents sightlines from the enemy. So usually I have to fog, then step away, then I'm golden. Which we unfortunately don't quite have the liberty of doing at the moment here. I don't want to blink, but I might. When is tournament stream? So definitely on Wednesday. Guaranteed we'll be back on for some of the tournament play. Maybe on Tuesday. I'm still trying to find time where I can get on outside of our regularly scheduled streams, but yeah, if you want a guaranteed time to show up and cheer on the team, then that would be Wednesday. And, okay, so I don't sit here forever in decision paralysis. Let's just warp out. There are 2 different dragons on this floor, because I also, in the process of running into that storm dragon was reminded that there was an ice dragon. Excuse me. But regardless, less than ideal circumstances, so maybe we'll leave that area alone for now. Are we good to go back up to Lair now? What did we leave behind on Lair? Again, this is why we make annotations, so that I don't just completely forget what was causing us grief and run into the same problem headfirst over and over again. But we'll see. Got down to Lair 4 just fine. Oh, that was Lair 6? Oh, no wonder it was Death Yaks galore. Oh, I didn't even notice that we had hopped into Lair 6. Whoopsie daisies. Well, yeah, so never mind. We're good with that. Let's instead of heading down that direction, normally finishing off the dungeon, pretty high on our priority list, looking like it's going to be a little bit tough on this character, so we could head to one of our branches. Between Shoals and Snake, I'm probably eyeing up Snake here. We have poison resistance. We definitely have the ability to just run away. Put that good old plan into full effect. So, let's try it out. At least dip those fat little toes in there. Let's do it. Let's go to Snake Pit 0, please and thank you game. Take it away. Beauty. Definitely should switch on poison resistance, that's smart. And onwards we go. How do you kids like the cold? I'm guessing not a lot. You are reptilian. It does take 4 refrigerations to kill a warrior. That's rough, to say the least. But hey, the rest of these sons of guns should go down without too much of a fight. Salamanders? Oh my gosh, I honestly just feel sorry for you buddies. It's gonna be over before it even has a chance to begin. All in all, not too shabby here. I do feel like Snake was the right option for moving forward. And we should be in an okay boat as I try and wait turns out, as I want these enemies to come towards us, but they just never notice me. I'm just a bit of a wallflower, I guess. And 3 targets, then makes it more mana efficient to refrigerate, I believe. So what I was kind of going over in my head is that each of these snakes takes us like 2 stone arrows to kill. That's already 6 mana. If I see 2 enemies, as long as I'm not worried about needing to potion at some point in the near future, I probably just want to set that thermostat to chill, you know? Fact, snakes love cold. That's the funny thing with cold-blooded things. I always have a troubling time or a hard time coming to a decision on how exactly temperature affects them. Because it's an issue of sudden temperature changes, right? Cold-blooded animals don't like sudden temperature changes. Because in general, like, there are lots of frogs that you can freeze, unfreeze, and they're still totally functional, totally alive. Nothing has changed that we know of. Maybe their families would say differently, but from a scientist's perspective, and that's incredible, but it definitely requires a very slow and consistent temperature change so that their body can actually acclimatize. So I'm guessing that's where the whole reptiles or cold-blooded things don't like cold comes from in this kind of circumstance. The folk here finally having some good luck with the genie. You got a thematic combo, Manifold plus Storm Form. Was very skeptic when Vestas pointed to unarmed. Damn, it's fun. Funnily enough, not only is that thematic of a combo, but it's also exceptionally relevant for today because we've had quite a bit of back and forth on the stream about the incredible effectiveness of that exact combo, because I'm a huge fan of Manifold Assault. Along with Stormform or even Statue Form and Unarmed, it's all solid stuff. Single-handedly won our 15 rune run with the Felid that we did a while back. Oops, sorry, let's go lowercase n, not capital N. Don't have that much Ice Blast, so I guess we resort a little bit to our other tools. One stone arrow does the trick. Fantastic. Atlas. Did I come across it or something like that? Ooh, snap. Okay. This changed everything. Look at that. An inescapable atlas. Is this the spell book that we were talking about earlier? Or are there multiple atlases? This is the one. Okay, we got it. An inescapable atlas for us as well. That's really funny. I mean, we already have both of the... Well, we have all three of the spells, so realistically it's just completely useless, but we had the important ones regardless, so we'll have to move on. But still awesome to see it showing up in the game. Everything so far this run has been very on point when it comes to timing and relevancy to the current conversation. It's been wild. But the Ring Uvig is interesting. Positive energy, I sleep. Int +4 though is kind of tempting. We could miss out on some evasion for that. Ring of Protection is even interesting in its own right. And don't you worry, we will be going through these spell books, at least to a certain degree. I just wanted to get ahead of the ball here. But let's start here and take a look. So we have Spellforge Servitor and Firestorm if we want to go completely balls to the wall with our fire magic training. Alternatively, Book of Iron, Iron Shot is very nice. And that potentially gets us into a spot where you have a bit more reliable single target damage. Stone Arrow is going to slowly but surely continue to fall off here as we continue on. The last thing that I'm on the lookout for here, of course, is Statue Form. Well, how'd you do, Statue Form? I was just talking about you. So that's 648. Anyone here gonna do me better? You got a better deal for me? Lahudib's Crystal Sphere and Statue Form. Definitely piqued my interest, friend. And that's pretty much the same price. So it would be quite the pivot. We currently have Ice Magic as our big boss at the moment, but that's fine. Ice Magic can just chill for the time being, I think. One thing to keep in mind is that going Statue Form will separate us from our Archmagi robe, because it will meld into our body, but that aside, definitely helps us stay alive, and that's huge. Earth Magic is already up to 10, so it's not too much of a stretch. How could I not? How could I not? Thank you, Sif. I appreciate it so much. It's exactly what we needed in life. Animate Armor is very interesting. I haven't used it too much to good avail, so I'm a little hesitant on it. But if we have the right armor set, could see it coming in, showing an appearance in the future. But for now, the big one, the big Honkidori here is definitely Statue Form. In fact, I'm just going to learn it right away. We don't have too much that we're waiting on in that regard. And we'll just have to train some Earth and Transmutations. So Transmutations, let's bring you up to probably even 10. With +1 Aptitude, we're not really shoving all of our experience any which way at the moment. And Earth Magic is definitely going to become relevant once more here, especially since I wouldn't mind getting Lahudib's Crystal Spear by the end game. That'll be our Orb of Fire killer most likely. Last but not least, in fact, if I just do a search for spell, oops, not spiel, especially not spief, spell forged, it is just in one book, the Spellforged Servitor so far, so I'll highlight that. Is it worth it to buy this book just for that spell? Maybe not at the moment. But in the future, I could definitely see circumstances aligning in such a way that it is. It's Animate Armor strongest with Crystal Plate. Hits for 112 damage each twice. That is wild. That does sound very fun. Unfortunately, there's no shot in this Deep Elf's existence that they're going to be able to wear Crystal Plate and still be able to do anything with their life. So there's maybe that caveat to throw into it, but it is a very fun spell. So we'll keep an eye on it and see if it's at all possible to use in the future. And Asterion, hey? What are we doing here, bud? You hit pretty hard. We can fridge ya. 127 health, though, is less than ideal. Let's do a quick check on this. So if we hit max damage every time with those Akubus, it takes 3. Just barely. It's so close to taking 2. But it does take the 3, unfortunately. Which is a bit rough, to say the least. We do have a Phantom Mirror. Man, those 2 points of stealth need to earn their keep. They've been doing a pretty good job just on the scary situations, fortunately. Just when we're truly terrified of what's to come, both with Asterion and with... Oh no, not St. Roca. We did not sneak away from St. Roca. That was terrifying, right. I guess down in Dervessa way back in the day, but that's fine. Although effort spent to cast spells in Crystal Plate could probably be spent on something more efficient than a slow summon. That's generally where it leads to, I feel, when you want to talk about like the cost-benefit analysis of something like Animate Armor. But what that doesn't account for is fun factor and rule of cool. So if you want to have, you know, a walking automaton made out of your own armor that absolutely slaps, that sounds like a heck of a time to me. Go nuts, have some fun. It does get a bit trickier for trying to argue that it's, yeah, like the best move forward, but it's something. Can we petrify him? Now that does become the question. Probably not. Are you at 2 pips or 3 pips? 3. With my Orb of Guile, there would maybe, I'm guessing it's going to be like a 20% chance. I don't think it won't let me cheat out and aim at you from here, right? Please don't wake up, sir. Excuse me. 82% to petrify you? Wait, did I fail? I think I failed. Why are you resisting with no effort? There we go. Ow, don't do that. So we maybe blast once. Oh, I was really hoping to kill this Mana Viper with that. Oh no, you're hasted. Mistakes were made, to say the least. Oh boy. Do you kill us in 1 turn? Yes, potentially. It was just a prank, bro, right? It was a joke. Jeez, get a sense of humor. To quote what everyone says when they make a joke that was not at all appropriate. I could heal wounds, but I don't know if that saves us. If you hit us twice in 1 turn, which I don't think you're quite enough. But 12 damage twice, that's enough to kill an Orb of Fire? No, exactly, it is fun. It's just the cost that you pay to get there versus something like Lahudub's Crystal Sphere. Also enough to maybe not 1-shot, but at least 2-shot an Orb of Fire. But no, regardless, I still stand by that I agree with using it out mostly for the fun side of things. Okay. Just have to survive until teleport goes off, hey? Please, Asterion, I need but a moment. It's enough to tickle Tiamat, and that is saying something. But okay. I think I'm okay to take 1 step. Just barely. But that does mean that they don't attack twice per turn, which is huge. Then I can blink. We're still in sight of your destruction powers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, unfortunately. But sometimes you just gotta do whatever you can. Game, if you could teleport me any day now. Perfect. It's a lot better than the teleports that we've been seeing as of late, too. Okay. Word to the wise. Don't fight Asterion. completely unnecessary. I got very excited seeing the chances of petrification, but oh boy. Oh boy. Alternatively, we do fight Asterion, but we do it the right way. So, start by killing the Mana Viper. This we know to be true. Then, hopefully find Asterion with some range. Heck yeah. And Phantom Mirror, son of a gun. And then Petrify. Get absolutely wrecked. And now we just tag team the son of a gun. Ooh, not quite. Can I extend Petrify timing? I always forget which ones that works on. Condenser Vein I probably shouldn't use here, but I'm going to. Dang it, we did get poison. That's less than ideal. Never mind, you're one of the few enemies that is that strong and not immune to poison. So Asterion is confused. Aren't we all, bud? Can at least hit you once. Maybe hit you with one blast of acid, and then petrify you again. Beauty. Unfortunately, we just don't have great damage potential, hey? It's so close, and we've invested now. So Lost Cost Fallacy is driving me to just continue throwing things at the issue until it comes to a head. Ice Blast, maybe? How's that doing? Not great. Greater Servant, not great. Lesser Servant, though, I will bring into the mix. Hello, friend. Get him. Petrify Asterion again, of course. Don't kill my demon. Please and thank you, sir. And there we go. We managed to take them out. Thank you, Kelly, for the stretch and hydrate. That always helps. And yeah, Colgate, you also came in saying you can use Mac Blast when out of mana, which is very true. Fortunately, also helps to bring in the Summon Demon. Also, right, because I had my drink pre-cached today, I didn't have to stand up and walk out. So I'm actually going to take this stretch redemption as an opportunity to real quick actually stand up. Oh my gosh. Oh. Jeez Louise. I'm very stiff today. Okay, but hey, we did it. We killed Asterion. Isn't that fantastic? So let us get rid of our exclusions and finish exploring the level. Hello, friend. I honestly did not expect to see any snakes here. Excuse me. I didn't think I could find you here. Oh no. Cause fear? I don't think you had to cause fear, buddy. I was already afraid. Yes, I am terrified. You're not wrong, game. Corruption is okay. Gosh darn it. What the heck are you doing here, friend? Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Can I petrify you? 69%. Oh my gosh, I can. And run like heck. Still not enough, you say? And yes, game, we've already established I am in fact terrified of Meglotl. You don't need to tell me twice. Oh boy, we have fun here. Jeez Louise. Oh, less than ideal to say the least. Now I'm scared in general of just walking through here. This was just Snake Pits 1, folks. What else does the game have in store? Holy moly. Let's also see, how is everything coming along? Statue form down to 36%. It's appreciable. Usually use lesser destruction for cheap pinging. Yeah, for myself, I've definitely never really used the lesser, not even the greater destruction that much. I usually take McLeb for the mix of the heal on kill and for the summoning demons. Though I very likely have been misusing them to a certain degree. There are definitely a lot of different mechanics in the game in general that after the fact I've gone back to and realized quite just how incredible they are. Fulminant Prism being my favorite example, just because it's so recent that we had the discovery of just how good it is. And I always knew it was okay. I used it every once in a while, but never to the extent of our One Genie game, and that changed the course of history for the rest of all time. So I wouldn't put it past myself to have been ignoring a very useful strategy, but in general, and specifically for a caster character like this, I'll probably be staying a little bit far in afield from the destructive magic side of things. You recently discovered that Irradiate is really good? Yes. Irradiate is probably one of my most taken spells in the game. Absolutely incredible. On anyone who needs extra survivability, it is the difference between life and death. Oh, crap. Okay, I need to take Ozuku's armor off of my macro keys because it does not have a confirm screen and I did not want this. Unfortunately, everything else here kind of requires confirmation. I can switch, I guess, poisonous vapors and that kind of helps. Okay, Fulminated Prism is so good, you can only get conjurers past layer thanks to it, right? Yeah, I've definitely left by the wayside. I was a huge fan of IMB, like in spamming Mystic Blast carried your current Genie game. Yeah, IMB, incredible. Best spell in the Conjurer's handbook for sure, especially on a squishy character. That's exactly what you need to succeed in life. But okay, let's re-teleport. Yes, I will gladly break my armor. Oh, foolish mistakes. There we go. I was going to petrify the electric snake and then just start running. Probably would have been okay. As is, I had to spend another teleport scroll. We're down to 1. Less than ideal, not fantastic, but hopefully we can make it through in one piece with that. You find the level of difficulty doesn't necessarily scale the lower you go. Sometimes the lower levels of a branch are easier because it didn't generate difficult uniques. Very true. No, I've had many floor 2s that are far more terrifying than anything we come to expect throughout the rest of the areas. Okay. Oh, you have an electric aura? Huh. I didn't know you hurt ambiently. I must have just been standing too close. How about that? Shock Serpent almost killed me after the fact, facing it 1v1. Definitely less than ideal. Let's hope this kills all of you. Not quite for the warrior, but that's a-okay, because we can always just run away. Perfect. But yeah, no, IMB, I definitely agree. Folkstone is pretty incredible. And then Fulminant Prism, the reference that I was just making there, in case you didn't watch or see the run, was on our Genie, where we just got absolutely bashed when it came to actually getting useful damaging spells throughout the course of our run. And so I was using Fulminant Prisms in Zot 5 to kill Orbs of Fire. It was my only way to touch an Orb of Fire. And it did the trick. It's in the starting handbook, and it somehow is able to take out one of the scariest regular monsters in the game. So if anything is going to give a spell a new lease on life when it comes to my respect for it, it's gotta be that. Okie dokie. Partially explored. What is holding us up here? An alarm trap. Yeah, okay. I agree with you, game. Honestly, explored enough is what we'd say in the business. Okay, let's definitely... Ooh, I'm constricted. Oh no. I've seen some bad stairs in my day. I gotta tell you, this right here is a bad stair. So we could statue form for that 22%. Condenser Vein is unfortunately still down after the Asterion fight, which is not great. we just start fridging, means no potions for us. But most of you do die. Wow, we have 2 different polearm users on our backs. Oh gosh. This is likely an end of the road if I ever saw one. You blink, the Guardian Serpent will just encircle you again. Exactly. It's terrifying. In a situation where Mystic Blast saved you, but very dangerous here on Squishy Elf, if only we had IMB. Because even just getting these polearm users off of us, I can deal with the snakes. Getting rid of Constriction in general is honestly a good enough selling point that alone would make me want to take IMB on any character, because that's what kills me most often here in Snake, is getting constricted and completely prevented from running away. We don't have Scroll Fear, we only have 2 unID'd scrolls, so if we take a peek at unidentified scrolls real quick, not great odds. Unfortunately. A 1 in 6 choose 2. Torment would kill us. Acquirement would be totally useless. I guess in terms of uncommon versus common, or rare rather, pretty likely that one of these 2 is Scroll of Fear. Also, these tags are new. That's very cool. In general, I've really liked that over the last couple of years even, DCSS has really been moving towards more transparency, more explicit confirmation on some of the mechanics and how they work, which I absolutely love. Helps out a great deal. Genie feels like a spellcaster version of Troll. Yeah, genies are super fat, can't survive long enough on other casters. It's definitely a good, intro into spellcasting. You don't have to be quite as controlling on your magic reserves and really, choosing when and where to cast any given spell. So I can respect that. To go back to the question at hand here, Ridgewoos have 60 health. Fridge probably kills everything. Not in 1, mind you. Probably will take 2 because 60 is the max on it. The law of averages says that it should take 2 to kill all of you. In that time, we're taking 22 damage plus Halberd, 14 damage plus Halberd, 22 damage plus Halberd, 14 plus battle. Anyway, you get the point. I was tempted initially to statue form. 22% failure rate, if it works, gives us a high amount of survivability. I'm also still carrying my stupid orb. Whoops. Definitely might become virulent here, unfortunately. So what it boils down to is blinking down here. Guardian Serpent shouldn't have eyes on us, potentially saves us or gives us a turn. So that's something. Please don't have more enemies. I also lied. You were completely right earlier in chat. Who called it? Was that you, Railbird? It was you, Railbird. But still better. Still better than what we were just in. So I think now we take this as an opportunity to either chain a second blink, that's something, or to just start blasting. Tree form a death sentence here as well, isn't it? That's an interesting point, Will. Because we could tree form. It gives us, we can even check if we right click, 27 AC. So that's as good or potentially even better than what statue form at its current iteration would give, and it's guaranteed. That's awesome. It gives us infinite poison resistance. And then on top of that, as long as we can survive, refrigeration just kills everyone. Huh. I'm gonna drink this. It's gonna hurt. Definitely hurts a little bit. And then, oh, there's a Mana Viper involved. Well, let's see how many of you this kills. not enough is the answer. And what else can we do? We are lethally poisoned. Yeah, the Mana Viper I was not taking into account just how much magic that would take from us, unfortunately. Are portals to a secret trove treasure worth all the time, or depends on the sacrifice? Depends on the sacrifice. Very commonly, not worth it whatsoever, unfortunately, in my experience. So I oftentimes will throw those by the wayside. Unless it's, yeah, a kind of negligible cost. If it's something that you're not even going to be using in your run, go nuts, might save your life. Generally, treasure troves kind of stink. Especially on certain characters. If you're on a Felid and you get like the weapon trove, or you're on a Felid and you get the armor trove, really if you're on a Felid, maybe don't go in troves. Maybe that's what I'm actually coming down to here. But, okay. Can you see invisible? You can. That sucks. You can also see invisible. That also sucks. Is there anything? Can Felid get a weapon trove? They used to back in the day, I feel. Maybe that did get changed. That would be nice to make treasure troves a bit more applicable. Maybe I'm just a jaded old man talking about the horrible old days. But okie dokie, can I survive one turn? Unlikely, but technically possible. We have 8 heal wounds. So yeah, maybe double blinking would have actually been the right thing here, just to make sure that we don't have the Guardian Serpent on our tails. Too little too late for that, of course. We could chug a random potion, get cancellation, and die that way. I was originally thinking cancellation, blink up, get magic, and we'd actually be okay here because we'd kill pretty much everyone. It's tough, and the reason why I'm taking my time here is because we are very close. We are on the cusp of potentially having some exit strategy. Likely we just die here, if we're being straight up. I will be honest about that side of things. Gamble with possible Scroll of Fear. So let's take a look. 2 pips on you, 3 pips on the Mana Viper, so they're not running. Black Mambas will run. The rest of these, unlikely, unfortunately. Still not a bad plan. I think that might be technically the best move that we have available to us right now. If it's Torment, all the enemies take half. That is true. And I'm in tree form, so I'm nicely defended against that. The fact that we're slow is what hurts us so bad. Okay, so essentially, when I was saying that, or hypothesizing whether we would survive one turn, try and get my words out properly, it was to drink a haste to get rid of slow. But we can't drink potions because I've refrigerated. Never mind. Oh, well, thank you so much for the follow, Ripophalum. I appreciate it. Or Ripophalum, maybe? Regardless, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. A beacon of light in the darkness of this current situation. But alas, alack, eventually here we do just have to make a move somewhere along the line. Potion of Cancellation, we could try and find one. Unfortunately, minus potion, so we can't in this specific situation, but I was potentially hoping for that a bit ago. I went through the exact same situation. DCSS equals instant follow, and you don't pronounce it either? Perfect, that works for me. And love to hear it. Always happy to see new people who are fans of this fantastic game. Caught us at a rough moment, pants down between our knees, but hey, it's all part of the fun, really, right? So, I'm gonna Scroll of Summoning. Maybe we don't die this turn? Also not exactly the God Scroll that I was hoping for. I guess I'm kind of at a rough situation anyway, right? Not being able to cure after probably means I'm just dead. You don't love that tree form can be constricted? Like, it just sounds weird. I mean, what's the point in constricting me even? It's not like I can move. I'm a tree. Chill out, snakes. Chill out. But okay, I think this is the end for poor old Preston. It was a bad stairs, not completely unavoidable. I could have tried to go up again, hope to beat the constriction. I could have double blinked, which definitely might have been prudent in afterthought here. A shame too bad. So, let's raise the glass, pour out one for good old Preston. You did well, kid. I'm sorry to have lost you in such an unfortunate way. It's a classic tale as old as time for me. Go to Snake, potentially end your run. These things we just know to be true. Looks like he showed up at the perfect time to pay respects. That he did, ugly. Unfortunately so. Well, goodbye, Preston. Let's go for that fear scroll. Maybe everyone runs away. Wait, no? It was a scroll of acquirement. Hey, hurrah, we did it. Book of changes. Ooh, very, very useless. In fact, what the heck? What is this scroll? 300 gold, a -3 helmet, and a triple sword that we'd never use. How about that? How about that? Yeah, -3 helm with the slow negative on it. Not ideal, to say the least. Also, I'm alive? It doesn't count as a turn if you don't take the deal? Is this true? No, that seems weird. Triple swords are at least cool. You're not wrong about that. Last scroll, though, it was fear, and it actually worked on everyone. Oh my gosh, that's twice now that I've made myself a fool by trying to play the odds. What a shame. Unfortunately, the poison in our system, enough to end it all. Game kicking when you're down with the scroll. Unfortunately so. And unfortunately, that's the end of good old Preston. He tried. He tried. But that is what we come to expect from the game. At the end of the day, I enjoy trying to make my own decisions and live with them. I mean, sure, a bunch of you brilliant folk in chat knew exactly what to do there, but sometimes you just gotta stick to my own guns, even if that ends up killing an otherwise promising character. It's all part of the game, and just means we can try again. So yes, there goes Preston. I thank you for your service. And we're stuck at a little bit of an awkward amount of time here. I was originally planning on doing a slightly shorter stream than usual, which actually seems to any newcomers like a very short stream, but we had a weird disconnect in the middle. But regardless, don't really want to end on that note.